Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys saw, I was just in Costa Rica, if you follow me on Instagram at all, I guess, because I didn't post anything on YouTube. Honestly, our Wi-Fi and our reception was so spotty while we were there, and I wasn't entirely mad about it because, I don't know, it was just nice to like not have it for a little bit, but we only had cell reception and Wi-Fi pretty much when we got back to our like Airbnb resort room or whatever, and even then it was so hit or miss. So I definitely didn't record anything, didn't upload anything to YouTube. We were like going and going like every day while we were there. Scorching hot heat, like so exhausted, so I probably wouldn't have done it anyway. Yeah, so I was in Costa Rica for the last 7 days.
I'm facing back to front, over my shoulder at the sun. And it's an open door.
Before that, I was in Orlando for a couple days. Anyway, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you already knew about all that stuff, and I just kind of wanted to show you some of the footage from the videos and stuff in this video, because I just took a bunch of random things. Like I was filming primarily for like a montage purpose, so it's just all these like cool shots rather than like vlog style dialogue. So I'm kind of making a video like this to show you or tell you exactly what was going on. Basically, I'm gonna narrate it. This trip was actually my dad's idea. I think I talked about this in many videos before this. We've been planning this trip for a long time, and it was gonna be my dad and Cameron and I. We were all gonna go on this trip together. And it was my dad's idea to go to Costa Rica, but we talked about this for probably a year, and then last minute, like the day before the flight, my dad has some like pretty bad medical problems, and before the flight he just decided like couldn't go. We tried to get a refund on our hotel or Airbnb, but they didn't do refunds, and so it just made more sense to go ahead with the trip. So my dad did not end up coming with me. It ended up just being Cameron and I, but we still had a really good time. Leaving for Orlando, Florida at 11, I think, in the morning. Right now, we're kind of like consolidating all of our camera gear. I'm making this video like way too in advance, but it's fine. But since I'm doing it, I wanted to walk you guys through like exactly what I'm bringing film-wise. It's way beyond YouTube status. My mom got me this makeup bag for Christmas, and I have like 4 makeup items, maybe. Definitely didn't need like a small suitcase for my beauty products. So Cameron had this great idea of outfitting my makeup case that my mom got me into like a gadgets bag. I don't know what girls are doing. I guess maybe this is like for hair care products and stuff. I got this giant lens there. All of my Nikon stuff's gonna go in here, and this is gonna be Canon, you know, plus everything else. So I'm gonna have cords and straps and everything in this front pocket. And here I'm gonna have SD cards and whatnot. Just like a divider, so you can do like 2 floors, very snazzy. And then here we have Canon lens and adapters, lens covers. This is my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. My drone goes right here because it's the Mavic Mini, so it's like very small, fits in your hand, so it's perfect. The drone controller, another Canon lens. I actually have this guy fitting right here, minus the camera, obviously, so that lens is gonna go there. Here's the Mavic Mini, by the way, so see, it's right there. Costa Rica's like, I think the main things I took back from it was that like Costa Ricans have so much more fun than white people like in the States. Like we're so mechanical in comparison to people out there. Like they just live so freely, and like we were going out to eat and stuff like on the beach, and there were like stray dogs like running around and coming up to the tables, and like I know they're strays and stuff, but like people weren't like calling animal control or like being stingy about it. They were just like loving on these dogs while they were eating food, and it was just like really fun, super laid back. Everyone's really happy there, and I think I don't know any Spanish and neither does Cameron, and so like my main concern about it there was just I didn't want to try to speak Spanish and come across like rude, I guess, because I know like some basics, but everyone was so laid back, and if anything it was just like kind of fun to try, because first couple days we went to this volcano I'll put the name right here for you. We went to this volcano, or this area around it, and we went to these hot springs, and then we went and we got food there at the same time.
Me neither.
They didn't really tell us. They also had like volcanic mud baths and stuff. Like, we didn't get a chance to do that, but they had those there. We were there at night. Nobody was there. It was so awesome. But like, we got an Uber, because they only have Uber in the main cities in Costa Rica. So we got an Uber from Liberia to the top of this volcano, basically, or this area around this volcano, and then we lost reception. So we couldn't get a taxi back. There's no buses, there's no Ubers. And so we ended up just like hitching a ride with one of the employees there, and then we went back to his house and we all like hung out, and then he drove us all the way back to our hotel. And so we took an Uber all the way from Liberia to the hot springs, but did not think about our transportation back. And so we're basically hitchhiking with one of the employee guys. And he's gonna take us all the way home. And everyone's just like so comfortable. Like, I didn't feel sketched out like once while I was there, like, despite it being like, I think technically a third world country. It was just so comfortable there. And then we went and we got an Uber to this place. I don't remember what the beach was called. We went to this town called Huacas though. We were meeting this guy who was going to take us to see sea turtles, or try to see sea turtles, and we didn't do any like real guided tours like from websites or anything. I did Airbnb experiences, because I think they're like a little bit more, feels more like you're just going with a friend who knows what they're doing, rather than like everybody wearing helmets and like keeping their hands and feet inside the vehicle at all time kind of thing, and it just feels more natural. So there was this guy, and he came and picked us up in this old pickup truck, and he was like covered in oil. And I don't know, Cameron and I talked about how old he was. We either agreed that he's like 40 years old and like has just like been living in the sun his whole life because he was like very wrinkly, or like 60. Couldn't tell, but he was covered in oil, and I still can't figure out why. It was like olive oil too, not like car oil. Did not make any sense. And so we met up with him, didn't even talk about the fact that he was covered in oil. Like, he didn't even say like, pardon the olive oil all over my body. He just shook our hands and was like, let's go. So we got in this old pickup truck with this guy that was covered in oil, and then we drove 20 minutes in the dark with no cell reception. And he was like on a walkie-talkie the whole time, and I think that's how they could tell where the sea turtles were gonna be. Finally got to this beach, saw the sea turtles, and we were like lucked out, and there were 3 nests. And there were all these baby sea turtles, and we got to, it was like us in a pretty small group. We went and we dug up the nest with this guy, and if you hold the sea turtles, like their shell like this, and you tilt them, it helps oxygen flow, so they can survive longer, because they had just been born and they were like suffocating. So we got to like save these little sea turtles and then watch them like go to the ocean, and it was, which, I mean, they're endangered, and it was like one of the coolest experiences ever. So we did that, and then we went to a waterfall one day, which was so cool. It was just amazing. And then the last day we were gonna be spending the night in the airport, because the town we were staying at was so far away from San Jose, which is the capital of Costa Rica, and that's where we flew into. And everything just looks so much closer on a map. We were so far, especially by bus. Like, I think it was a 3-hour drive, and we didn't rent a car because everyone scared me out of renting a car in Costa Rica. But we got a bus from Playa Hermosa to Liberia, and from Liberia we went to San Jose. And then once we got to San Jose, they don't tell you where you're getting off at next. Or there's no signs, so you just kind of have to like look around, and we were looking for an airport, and Cameron was asleep, so we ended up missing the bus stop. It was a whole thing. And then we got off the bus at this random place and like went to 4 different hotels via Uber, and they were all booked. So we ended up getting an Airbnb, then got on our flight, and we flew back the next day, and we're basically in an airport for the whole day. But it was a super, super fun time. Aside from all the Costa Rica stuff, we're moving out of this house on Wednesday, and today's Saturday, so there's still some stuff in here, as you can see, but we're showing the house today to 3 people, and then we should get our security deposit back, and anything that doesn't fit in my car we're just getting rid of, and then we're gonna drive straight to Arizona. And I've got 3 music videos I'm filming in Arizona in a week, and then we're going to San Francisco, and then I think at some point we're going to Southern California, then we're going to Hawaii for 2 weeks, and then we're going to Illinois, and I'm going to Illinois for a month, and I'm tracking a record for you guys. Like, really excited about it. I'm writing a bunch of new stuff, and yeah, I mean, you guys are gonna see so much cool stuff in the future. And if you guys want any like updates or like advice and whatnot from like the travel stuff, related to the travel stuff, go to Eliza Grace Travel or elizagraceadventures.com, because I just launched this website and I'm uploading like all the places I've been and tagging them so you guys can go there too. And I'm not sure how frequently I'm gonna get to upload covers, considering we're gonna be on the move a lot. But I will definitely try to keep you guys updated, if nothing else, just with these videos. So that's gonna do it. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the comments section.